This news update is brought to you by...
So, I'm meeting Rico later. Gotta check in with the girls, but first, let me check my usage on the MyLime app. Now, what should I wear? Hashtag sexy. He's here.
It's Monday, March the 9th, 2015, and this is your Barbados Today morning news update. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Good morning. We begin with news that Minister of Transport and Works Michael Lashley has rejected a request from the National Union of Public Workers to give public service vehicle operators more time to comply with new dress code. Lashley told the St. Philip North constituency branch meeting last evening that there would be no extension. PSV operators were required to start wearing the uniforms from Monday, March the 2nd, and Michael Lashley is sticking to his guns that this must be done, warning those who fail to comply they would be prosecuted.
I really don't understand the interest of the NUPW as far as they're concerned. We give them enough time. They have enough time. I am not kowtowing or budging to no union, organization, or individual to extend any reform deadline. The issue with the union, I think, is that the issue is really employer-employee having an issue about, I think, who's to pay for the reform or whatever. That is not doing. That's right. That is not doing at all.
We turn now to news of a tongue-lashing for opposition leader Mia Mottley over her plans to bring a no-confidence motion against House Assembly Speaker Michael Carrington tomorrow. In pouring cold water on the move, Minister of Education Ronald Jones last evening accused Mottley of attempting to find a plausible scenario to re-enter Parliament when it convenes. Charging that Mottley was using tactics similar to those employed by the Pied Piper of Hamelin, Jones argued that when one uses spontaneous or badly thought-out actions, it shows one's inability to lead.
You recognize your strategy was awful. And you're now trying to gollyfox, mamagay, the citizens of Barbados, that somehow by presenting a vote of no confidence that you have to read tomorrow morning or Tuesday morning, that makes it now easy. Your conscience is clear, so you can now take your seat and you can carry on the people's business. Come on, we're making sport.
Motorists in Barbados are paying slightly more for gasoline from today, while those who use diesel will pay a little less. From midnight last night, the price of gas went up from $2.83 per litre to $2.84. Diesel price, on the other hand, dropped from $2.23 per litre to $2.11. The price of kerosene also went down from $1.26 per litre to $1.22. The local hotel sector is warning that government's delay in facilitating full access to its announced duty-free concessions is hurting its ability to improve the product and maximize the savings which would be derived from the expected relief. Executive Vice President of the Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association, Sue Springer, says while the industry applauds government for its outstanding efforts to provide the concessions, it wants to know how come the same methodology which worked in the quick time for similar relief for Sandals resorts can't be applied to local hotels as well.
If we had had this in place from, say, even when the minister said in the end of January, we would have had February and March and so on. Here we are to the middle of March, and we still haven't got it. And this is when we could have maximized our savings so that we could then take those monies that we've saved, either to put back into trying to deal with the loans and so on that people have been paying, and or improving the product.
Security forces in Barbados have pledged not to give up their efforts in trying to find the Mylor's Hill St. Michael man who had been missing now for about 54 days. A search party of more than 120 that included 45 police and defense force personnel and sniffer dogs failed to locate Signiato Holford during a 2-hour sweep of the Bell Gully area yesterday afternoon. Police Public Relations Officer Acting Assistant Superintendent David Welch said while the team couldn't find Holford, security personnel stumbled upon a field of cannabis plants.
We started the operation around 9 a.m. and this involved members of the BDF who numbered about 20, police officers that numbered about 25, and we had 3 canines with us. To assist us were members of the public, and we had on average 75 persons. We split the teams into 5, and several areas were searched, including the interior of the gully and on perimeters. And we started at the Bell Pumping Station, the property of the Bell Pumping Station. So far, unfortunately, we did not find the missing person. However, we found 70 cannabis plants, ranging from ceilings to 3 feet.
Meanwhile, Holford's aunt, Cheryl Hall, who was in the search party, was so overcome by the likelihood her nephew might not be found alive that she wept continuously. The 2 Lamings St. Joseph residents who were attacked by masked gunmen on Saturday night are now resting at home after sustaining injuries during the home invasion. The assailants knocked out one man, Hugh Kelman, with the butt of a gun, while his friend Harry Joe Grimes Clement was shot in the chest. Clement told Barbados Today how the incident unfolded.
I hear the door open, so I get up now to investigate. I hear the door turn. I say, man, I'm watching. I say, who's you? You down here, man? How you get here? So he pushed me back, and we start that way. And I ain't hear it, I beat him home.
Everywhere?
No, I be inside knock up with a gun back. Right? And I think the next thing he said, this other man come to me and shoot me. Right? And after that was story taken. Then after, he jump up one fella caught by after he actually fall back on the bed. The other fella put this left around my throat. And the other fella jump up on the bed, take down my suitcase. And I tell him my suitcase, it was full of clothes. It could probably had a few dollars in it.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter, that's the move for me. Stability, prosperity, we're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
Welcome back with news from the region that recently appointed Attorney General of Trinidad and Tobago, Garvin Nicholas, is pushing ahead with plans to launch a national prosecutions service based on the United Kingdom model. Nicholas is of the view that TNT desperately needs such an entity to speed up delivery of justice and enable lawyers working in the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions to develop their professional career path. And finally, on the international scene, a baby girl has been found alive in a car more than 14 hours after the vehicle plunged into a river in Utah. The 18-month-old was discovered hanging upside down above water in her car seat by a fisherman on Saturday afternoon. She was rushed to the hospital in Salt Lake City, where her condition has been upgraded from critical to stable. The toddler's 25-year-old mother was found dead in the driver's seat. And that's our Barbados Today morning news update, but you can join us again this afternoon. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper and email updates, or like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Also tune into Channel 101 on Lime TV and Mix 96.9 FM to get all the latest news and sports. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.
This news update is brought to you by...
So, I'm meeting Rico later. Gotta check in with the girls, but first, let me check my usage on the MyLime app. Now, what should I wear? Hashtag